Assalamu alaikum, everyone. This is Mentor Tooba from On Time Training and Consultancy Services. We are here to celebrate the success story of our PMP delegate, Rabia Zulfiqar. She has earned her PMP last week with all three above targets. Congratulations, Rabia, for this. This is a marvelous achievement. So in this
Thank
event,
you.
Rabia is going to share her insights and valuable lessons learned with me as well as with all of you. So Rabia, we will start with a brief introduction of yours so that our audience gets to know about you, and then we will formally begin the conversation about PMP journey.
All right. Hello, everyone. I'm Rabia Zulfiqar, a certified PMP and PSPO, currently working as a consultant products at Systems Limited, where I primarily handle product documentation and related deliverables. I actually started my career in technical content writing and product documentation. And over time, I realized how important structured project management is in delivering quality products. That realization actually led me toward pursuing my PMP certification. And I'm truly grateful to Tuba for giving me this opportunity to share my PMP journey with all of you, and especially the PMP aspirants out there. So
Thank
thank you, Tuba.
Thank you so much, Rabia. This is a wonderful introduction. And I am truly grateful that you could take out time to join us and to share your valuable journey with us. So, to begin with, Rabia, what made you go for PMP? Like, why PMP? Why not any other credential?
I opted for PMP because I wanted to improve my skill set, to upgrade it, and to align it with global best practices. And as you know, that I'm working in an organization where a lot of projects are going on, and they are using different kind of approaches for different kind of projects. So when you have a proper skill set, when you know about the industry, and you have the specific knowledge, then you are confident enough to use all those strategies, all those approaches in your projects. And that is why I opted for it, and it will be helpful in my future projects as well.
Great. And Rabia, this is like a common perspective that PMP is just a credential, it's just a badge. It looks good on your profile, on your LinkedIn, on your resume. But when it comes to the practical implementation, there's nothing like that. And, the organizations go for the implementation and delivery and, customer dealing and stakeholder engagement in a very different way. And all this looks in theory like good in theory, but when it comes to the on ground realities, things are very different. So what is your perspective? Do you think that the learnings, the knowledge that you have acquired from this skill set is going to be helpful in your current projects, and maybe not only the projects, like I mean, there's a lot more than projects, the dealings, collaboration, so you think that you could find it helpful?
Yes, by all means, because when before the certification, when I was practicing my skills in my organization, and we are working in an environment where every day is a new day. We have to face a lot of challenges. You have internal and external stakeholders. You have to handle tough conversations. You have to manage conflicts. So a lot of things going on. And in my opinion, I have done this certification, and when I was doing it, I was learning and I was exploring new things, and I was like, oh my god, this is something that is new that I did not know before. And in that particular situation, when I was in, I could handle it like that. So it matters, it does make a difference. So it is very important to have the knowledge of handling the project management skills. Is it sets the foundation. So in my opinion, it's very important to have this.
I totally agree. And it's, it totally depends on why you are doing this. If you are doing it for tangible benefits only, like for job, for appraisals, and, I mean, the materialistic advantages, I would say, then it's a different deal. But if you really want to become better than before or better than yesterday, then you probably would have a different perspective with respect to this skill set. Okay, so
Obviously.
Rabia, taking the conversation forward, I would like to talk about something which is actually going to be helpful to the PMP aspirants, especially the delegates who are actively preparing for their PMP exam. Um, so you did not only earn this badge, you actually did the due diligence, I would say. So you earned it with all three above target, which being the mentor, being the PMI mentor, I can say it for sure that this is a big deal. I mean, passing it is one thing, and doing it with all three above targets is like altogether a different ball game. So, uh, what did you really do? I mean, how did you prepare for the exam? And how much time did you take for this overall journey? Anything that you would like to share with respect to your study plan and prep strategy?
Tuba, I actively prepared for around, I guess, 2 months with consistent study. And I used to study like 2 to 3 hours a day. And on weekends, I used to study like 6 to 7 hours in a stretch. But I remember the day when I talked to you for the very first time, and I discussed that I wanted to do the certification, and you asked me the question like, Rabia, do you have any timeline in your mind at like when in how many months do you want to achieve this certification? And I said, Tuba, I wanted to do it at as early as possible. Then you said that it's yes, you can do it, but you need to be consistent, because consistency is a key to success. And then I was like, okay, I will start it. And when I started my studies, and I was like, okay, I have to do it in 2 to 3 months, and it's going to be like I have to put in a lot of effort. But I must say, even on my busy days, I made sure to stay connected with the preparation, and I was doing it. I was studying very hard, but you kept me motivated. You always said that you can do it, but if you want to achieve the certification in 2 to 3 months, so you need to be consistent, you need to work hard. And this is how I achieved it.
So, Rabia, one thing that I would like to, or I probably would like you to talk about is, um, at times delegates come to us and they say that Tuba, the other trainers or the providers are offering it, or they are actually providing a guarantee to complete it in 14 days or maybe 21 days. And I mean, you are saying that 2 to 3 months is a good enough time to prepare. So, do you have any insight about it? So, as you are done with this and you have recently done this, so what would you say? Do you think that a skill set like PMP or a demanding exam like PMP exam can be completed in 14 days with the necessary diligence? And, it's not only about passing, it's about learning as well.
I would suggest that in 14 or 15 days, it's not possible. It's, I think, highly unrealistic to say that you can achieve the certification in 14 days or in 3 weeks. No, you cannot, because it's an extensive course outline, and you have to study. You need to build the concepts, and if your concepts are not clear, if you do not know how to handle the situation, how to do the practice and scenario based questions, how to solve them, what is the best way to analyze it, and you need to learn the key, how to solve those questions, how to apply those concepts in your PMP exam. If you are not learning it, if you are not sure about it, I do not think that it's possible to earn this certification in 2 to 3 weeks. It's not like that. If you want to earn it, you need to work hard. You need to show consistent performance, and then you can achieve anything in the world. If you are consistent, if you are organized, and if you are disciplined. So that's how I learned it, and that's how that's I really want to say that I learned all these things from my mentor. And Alhamdulillah, I have done it.
Alhamdulillah. Yeah, I keep on saying the same stuff that I used to say to you, to everybody. But it's about the perspective as well. Everybody's perspective is different, and everybody's motivation and the discipline, the decorum is also different in life and in different other respects. So if somebody would ask me that what's the formula to success, like be it PMP or be it like any other thing in life, I would say consistency. Just keep on working towards that, keep on learning. Every day should be better than yesterday, and this way you should be there. And also I would say that you don't keep it open ended. Like, set a target for yourself. That could be a tentative target. I mean, that's okay. The target can change later as well, but at least set a time bound for yourself. Because if you are going to say that, okay, I have time, let's do it tomorrow, then the tomorrow will never come. So you need to have a target like Rabia had. So from the day one, she had a target. She set the target for herself. I just helped her fulfilling that goal. I devised the strategies, I devised the learning plan, I tweaked the learning plan in a way that could work for her as per her target. So this is how it worked for her. And I would say the same thing to everybody who is listening, who is there in the room or who is going to listen it later. If you want to earn your PMP, maybe in next 2 months, this is a possibility. I would say 2 months is a very good target. 3 months is also a realistic target. My personal suggestion is like the training, mentoring, exam preparation, registration, everything included. 10 weeks is a very, very good time with which you could pass the exam as well, and you could learn it the way PMI expects you to learn, right? Okay, so taking the conversation forward, Rabia, um, when you were in the exam room, like when you were actually there in the exam room writing the exam, do you want to share any experience? And when I'm asking this question, my focus is actually on A, time management, B, pressure handling, because when the timer is ticking and it's going downwards, actually there's a lot of pressure on the candidate, especially when you are new to PMI world as well. And any strategies, any tips and tricks that you followed and you would like to share with your the participants and the other delegates and your fellow members as well, that actually helped you in the exam room with respect to exam writing and managing your calm and cool in the during that exam.
Honestly, the exam was scenario based and it tested mindset more than memorization. Because when we were attending, I want to talk about myself, my experience, that when I was taking the classes and we were learning a lot of concepts, there were different kind of concepts that were very difficult, having different kind of formulas in them. And we used to ask this question from Tooba a lot, that are these formulas, are these things going to come in exam? So exam is not like that, it's scenario based. So keep this thing in your mind first. It's not about memorization. I think that you are not supposed to learn any kind of definitions. For that, you need to understand the concepts well. That's the key. And time management and staying calm, it's really very important, because and this stamina and this calmness, you will get it from the practice test, from the mocks that you are if you are doing it, the mocks, the practice tests these days, then this is the only way to achieve this success. Because when I was there sitting right in front of the screen and the questions were in front of me, and I was like, oh my god, the timer is the clock is ticking, and I want to avoid that thing, but I couldn't, and the pressure was there. And even I asked Tuba, I really don't want to look at that clock. So Tuba said, there is no way that you can get rid of it. You have to face this pressure. You have to do that. So pressure is there, I must say. And if you are doing your preparation and practicing your tests, solving your mocks exam, time bound yourself, please, because you will get the questions like 180 questions, and you have to solve them in 230 minutes in a set of like three. You have to solve the people, process, and business environment questions. It's going to come in a set like 60, 60, and 60. So the ideal situation is to solve the 60 questions in 75 minutes. But what I did during my preparation is I used to solve 60 questions in 70 minutes. And the reason behind is that I do not want to waste my time during my actual exam. So when the clock is ticking and when you are doing your exam and you have to solve 60 questions, and if you practice that time bound thing, then you can achieve this certification. You can pass this test, this PMP certification. There were 230 minutes, and when I practiced like this, so in actual exam, I solved my whole paper in 210 minutes, and I
Wow.
was also shocked when I when I did that, and I was happy, and I was shocked as well, because I was not, I did not, I, I must say, I did not have any idea that I can solve this in 210 minutes. And I was like, oh my God, I have 20 minutes left. So then then I looked back. Then I reviewed my questions again. I was like, maybe I have done something wrong. So I need to check it. But this is the game of, the composure, calmness, and how consistent you are, how are you handling the pressure during the exam. So it's all the mind game. I must say it's a mind game. So you need to control your anxiety, your tension during the exam. So this is how I achieved it. So if you are preparing for it, time bound yourself, solve the questions. If Because ideally 75 minutes is there for 60 questions, but I would say that solve your questions in 70 minutes. Try to solve them at least. So, and then you can easily solve the whole paper like me, inshallah, in 2 10 minutes.
Inshallah. So thank you so much, Rabia, for sharing all these useful tips. I would say all of those are actually very helpful. So Rabia, I gave you actually multiple tips before your exam day that we should be careful about this thing, that thing. Uh, would you like to share like one tip that actually worked best for you in the exam or before the exam?
um it's like when you are preparing for your exam, you need to assess and analyze. This is the main thing. When you have questions, different type of questions in front of you, and you have solved the mocks that were really tough, that had multiple scenarios, that have something very difficult to solve. So when you are doing them, you need to keep an eye on the question, on this concepts, on the things that are given in the question. You need to wear your project manager hat, I must say. So that's the thing that helped me a lot. So whenever I used to practice during my practice sessions, when I was solving those tests, when I was actually appearing for my exam and doing that in the examination room, so I followed the mindset, the project management mindset. I was wearing my project
PMI
manager
hat.
hat and
Yeah, PMI
solving all
hat.
those things. Yes,
The
it's
PMI hat.
PMI hat. So it was really helpful, because you need to think like a project manager. You need to solve the questions, you need to solve the problems in a way. And there are four options and you have to choose the best one. So this is the only way to get it done,
Yeah.
and that really helped me.
Yeah, yeah, and I would also add to Rabia's viewpoint that one other tip out of like many tips that I usually provide to my PMP delegates, that uh, in your respective organization and maybe in your past experiences, the way projects are being handled or have been handled could be a slightly different approach, or could be altogether a different approach, and maybe that worked for your organization or that is working for your current organization. But when it comes to this exam, you are actually learning a standard, and a standard is actually termed as a standard for the reason that these are best practices. All across the globe, these practices have been verified and vetted by the elite class professionals. So you need to learn this. So even if that doesn't make sense for you based on your current or past experience, it doesn't warrant that the answer is going to be wrong based on your personal experience. So this is exactly what we are learning. We are learning that what this standard suggests for project management versus what we already know about project management, and that could be different for different scenarios. And the learning part is actually, or the learning curve is exactly connecting or bridging that gap from your current experience to the expected mindset for that skill set. So don't try to altogether map your experience to the scenarios, because that may lead you to the wrong answer. Okay, so thank you so much, Rabia, for this explanation. So, Rabia, you opted for my PMP training and exam preparation course, which actually provides both the training and complete exam preparation end to end. Um, so, what was your experience with our services, the course, the mentoring, the application support, like everything included, like the end to end journey? How would you rate that experience?
Tuba, you are my mentor, and the on-time training and consultancy services, the people behind the scenes, the resources that you have managed, and the way you tailored the course for me to cover this in 2 months. So it's played a transformational role in my journey. So the guidance that you provided, the content I studied, the reference material that I used, it was not only about content, it was about the mindset, the way you taught me, the way you describe things. So it helped me understand how to solve my PMP exam, and the structure training, the regular feedbacks, the motivation that you provided me, and the clarity in the concepts even, that makes a huge difference. So I thoroughly enjoyed. I never felt lost during this preparation phase, I must say. So I had a wonderful experience.
Did
It's
you
not like that I'm sitting right in front of you and saying all this just because we are talking to one another. And I have done this through this on-time training and consultancy services. Before starting this, when I consulted it with my colleagues and when I talked to them, and I heard the same things uh, regarding you and your whole team. So I
Thank you
had
so
a
much.
wonderful experience.
And one other thing that I would like to say myself, as well as I would like you to comment on it, that there are going to be times. I mean, this is not going to be like a smooth and I would say linear journey as well. You are going to have your difficult situations, difficult points during this journey as well. Ups and downs are going to be there. There are going to be times when you would feel overwhelmed. There are going to be times when you would feel low. Of course, if the score is not apparently doesn't look like really cool or appreciating, then you probably would get upset. And this happens almost to every other PMP delegate. But again, this is exactly where the role of the mentor would come in, and the mentor should keep you motivated. The mentor should guide you the right direction. The mentor should be helping you understand that this is actually not a bad score with respect to the other mocks, because this is the reason. And also to keep you motivated, to keep you on track, to keep you in alignment to the PMI expectations. And exam keeps on changing its shape as well. I mean, not with respect to the format, but with respect to the question answer banks, because they keep on updating their question answer banks like every, I would say, every 2 to 3 months. So based on the current expectation of the exam, the mentor should be guiding you in the right direction. And so this is the role of the mentor. Along with that, I would also like you to talk about the study material, which may include the training material, the training slides, the case studies. the question answer banks, which is the most important resource of PMP journey. Maybe this question is there in the mind of different people listening to this recording, or probably people present in this room, that what's the quality of the mocks that we provide. And this is like a commonly asked question, Rabia, that people like straight away ask that, Tuba, the questions that you are going to provide in your mocks, are those going to appear as it is in the exam? I mean, no, of course no. So Rabia, would you like to talk about it, like how the mock exams actually help you? And of course, this is complete no that the same questions are not going to appear in the exam, but these are going to be very, very
Obviously,
helpful. Yeah.
Obviously, the preparation material, the mock exams, they're very helpful, but it does not mean that they are going to be that you are going to get the same questions in the exam. No, it's not like that. It's like when you solve a lot of questions, a lot of practice tests, when you solve a lot of mock tests, then you actually are trained enough to solve those questions over there, and you think like maybe I have done this before. It's not like that. It's like that you know how to solve that particular question, because the questions that you solve here in your practice test are scenario based, and you will get the questions over there, and those are also scenario based, but it's not like that you are going to get the same questions. And the way the whole test, the practice test, they are designed in such a way by you and your team that the concepts that we have learned so far during the live training sessions, uh, those tests cover all those concepts. It's not about we cannot say that those were general questions when I was doing my mock test. No, not at all. Everything that we have learned during the live training sessions, all of the concepts are going to be get tested in those mock exams. And when I solved my first test, I was like, I did not score well. Honestly, it was like a 52% maybe I got it, and I was like, Tuba, and I was so disappointed. And I talked to Tuba. I said, Tuba, I think I'm not going to get the certification, and I'm not going to achieve it. And Tuba was like, Rabia, it happened. You just need to stay calm, stay consistent, do your work. So it's the same. It's going to be the same for everyone. You get overwhelmed. Sometimes was like, I had panic attacks when I got 52% marks, and I was like, I cannot achieve it. No, it's not possible. I'm not going to do it. So the situation, sometimes get worse, and it gets out of your control, and it's get out of your hands. But when you practice, when you study every day, and when you show consistent performance, then there is no way that you cannot achieve it. So
Thank you so much, Rabia, for actually pointing this out.
sorry to cut you, Tuba. Here, I would like to add one more thing. I totally forgot. When I was solving those question answers, it's not like that we have to done that particular test, and we are not going to review it. We have the detailed question answer sheets provided by you and your team, and we have to review those questions as well. So when I said that I studied on weekends, like in a stretch 5 to 6 hours, it's when you solve the test, you spend 3 hours, and then when you review those questions, and you understand why this question was right or wrong, so that improved your analytical thinking as well. So this is how you are going to learn more, and you will get a chance to improve.
100%,
So
Rabia.
that's
And
how I do.
yeah, thank you so much for actually talking about it and pointing this out. Again, I would say the same thing that I just mentioned, that maybe on the look of it, at times you would be judgmental about your progress, or you would be, very upfront about the actual result, that this is not going to happen, I'm going to fail it, kind of thing. But this is not how it works, and you are very good use case of it, because initially you were actually not doing good in the mocks. I was aware about that, but I was also aware about one thing. I mean, if I describe your success story in one word, I would say consistency, right? If you're consistent, and even if you're not so good or up to the mark, I know that you are going to make it work. But if you are just going to, lose your heart by saying that no, I mean, this is not working. I'm just not there. I'm not getting anywhere. I mean, I'm so bad. I'm so poor. Kind of remarks to yourself, then automatically your mind gets trained accordingly. So consistency is the key, even if you are doing poor. But if you are consistent and you are focused and you have your eyes on the target goal, you will most likely be there maybe in a bit more time, maybe if not 10 weeks, maybe 13 weeks, 14 weeks, which is highly unlikely the case. I can say still in the 10 weeks time, you can be there only if you focus, if you have a plan, if you I would suggest if you commit some study hours on a daily basis and more hours on weekend. Again, it's a game of consistency. So if you are going to be consistent, if you have some decorum and you have a plan, you will most likely be there, even if you are not a hardcore project manager, because Rabia is also not a hardcore project manager. I mean, she is learning all this stuff. She is into this, but I mean, she can't say that like I have been doing project management for the past 10 years, right? But she knows that what's the formula of success, right? She has learned that, and this way you can achieve anything. So mocks are going to be very, very helpful, but mocks alone without some proper plan, proper strategy are not going to be helpful. So you need to be focused. You need to have a target. You need to have the right set of mocks. You need to have the right mentoring support. All this together is actually going to make it work for you. Right. Rabia, I would also like you to talk about the application and the registration process, because this is also something that people are very much worried about, that are we going to get accepted by PMI? Is our application going to be approved? So what was your experience? How smooth the process for you?
If I talk about my application process, it was smooth because I had proper guidance. I clearly documented my project experience in terms of domains and responsibilities, with the right structuring and clarity. You can get the approval easily without any issues. So, actually, I was also very scared because I heard it from a lot of people around me that uh, that their application got rejected, and the reason behind the rejection, which I perceived, is like it's not clearly documented. So whether you have your mentor with you, or if you are not consulting any services, or you are doing it on your own, you need to keep this thing in your mind. This is for especially for the PMP aspirants, those who really want to do it, that you need to clearly document it. It's very important, because without this thing, the application process is going to be very difficult. It's not going to get approved. But if you are doing it in a right manner, and you have the proper guidance, then there is going to be no problem.
Yes, if you ask me, I mean, it's a very easy step. Again, there's a way to write it. And if you know that way, or if you know someone who knows that way, then I mean, it's the super easy step in this overall journey. The most difficult step is actually the exam preparation, which most of the people are not concerned about when they should be concerned about it. And application is the easiest step. I mean, the writing part could be done is in even 1 to 2 hours, or maybe less than that. And the approval part does not take more than 5 working days. Usually, it's done within 2 to 3 working days. That's it. So, I mean, you should be eligible, and you should know how to write it. Okay. So, Rabia, after PMP, are you planning for any other skill set, be it from PMI or from any other body?
Yes, I'm looking forward to do PGMP in the future, because now the foundation has set, and I want to improve and to add something, more specific, more career oriented thing to my wish list. So it's like I will
Great.
definitely do the PGMP.
Great,
So
great.
it's in my bucket list. I'm going to do it.
That's a daring, that's a
But
daring wish because PGMP is actually very difficult. It's actually very difficult. PMP, I mean, it's
for me,
average. Yes.
PMP was also a daring step. If I talk about myself and the way I time bound myself, like I have to do it, I have to achieve this in um, 2 months, not more than that. So that was also something, very difficult to achieve for me. But when there is a will, there is a way. So I really want to do this PGMP. So hopefully in the future.
Yes, I could recall that when you first interacted with me, like based on the, based on the tone of your voice and the expression I could extract from that call, I could sense that you are actually considering it as a dream, and may this dream come true, kind of, feeling I got from you the very first time when we spoke over call. But see that dreams actually come true with the right strategy and with the right action steps. So yeah, so if Rabia can do it, you can do it as well, right? And Rabia
Obviously.
actually did it diligently. And one other thing that I would say, and this is actually not a praise of me, but I would say that being the mentor, we know that what actually work and what doesn't work, right? So if you listen to your mentor's advice, most likely you are going to get there. And you can have a different mentor as well. I mean, it's not that you only hire me, but even if you have like some other person as a mentor, at least trust them, listen to them, right? If you listen to them, most likely you are going to get to know some tips, some ways, maybe some some easy way of going about some ideas and some ways of working, which in your opinion probably would take more time, like the way I talked about application. Most of the people, like I know they spend weeks over application as well, when it is not required, not at all required. You could spend your energy, your time on something more productive, more helpful towards this journey. Okay, so Rabia, one last question before we conclude this conversation. Of course, there is a financial investment associated with this whole thing, the credential, the training, the exam preparation, membership. Like, of course, there's a fee associated with this as well, along with the time investment and energy investment. So at times we get this question as well, that how does our investment justify for us maybe 6 months down the lane, 1 year down the lane? And I know different people may have different answers to this question, but how do you see the concept of payback of this investment, financial investment for yourself?
Um, Tuba, for me, this is not just financial, it's professional growth. Obviously, finances matters. It does matter. We are working, we are supporting our families. It is equally important. I'm not saying that it's not important, but professional growth for me, it's more important, because PMP increases market value and provide you a lot of career opportunities. But beyond that, it improves your decision making power, your leadership skills. It boosts your confidence. So the real return is how you apply the knowledge in real projects. So that's how I see this certification. I want to apply this knowledge to my future projects. I want to do something productive and in a structured way. So everything is important, but it varies from person to person. As I have started this journey, so I am passionate about professional growth. So that's how I see it.
So if I talk about myself, when I spend money on my professional growth, I don't even call it a cost. I call it investment. So I'm investing on myself, and I could get the return in a variety of different ways, tangible and intangible both. Like it for me, uh, continuous improvement, learning, improving your learning curve, become market competitive, become credible and authentic in the respective market is equally important. It's very very important, right? If people come to you for to discuss their career aspirations or for getting professional advice, this is also a return to me. I mean, if they feel that you are that level of professional who they can discuss their problems with or their future plans with, I consider that as a return as well, right? That makes me authentic with my skill set, with my credentials, with my learning, with my contribution to the community. So return could have a variety of meanings, and like I said, different people may have different answers to that. And I'm not saying that this answer is not good or this answer is good kind of thing, but at least have some definition of investment versus return for yourself and work in that direction, right? The best uh, the best explanation or the best answer is like tangible returns are way more powerful. They have more weightage than the intangible returns have more weightage than the tangible returns, right? And intangible returns actually uh, are connected with the tangible ones. So if you are able to achieve intangible ones, sooner or later you are going to achieve the financials and the tangible ones as well, most likely, inshallah. Okay, so in the last, Rabia, before we start taking the audience questions, any advice that you would like to give to the PMP aspirants, especially those who are actively preparing for it?
The only thing that I want to say is focus on mindset, not on memorization. Stay consistent. You need to be positive, trust the process, and on a very lighter note, I must say, choose the right mentor as well, because I have experienced this. And most importantly, believe in yourself. So that's the thing. When you believe in yourself, you can achieve your goals. If I can do it, you can all definitely do it. So thank you.
100%, 100%. This is a good advice. And one other thing that I would like to add is that I'm not sure how many are already aware that PMP exam format is upgrading. I mean, it's observing a major upgrade this coming July. More specifically, from 9th of July, the format is going to be upgraded. What's going to be the upgrade? That's a different conversation. But if was if the audience wants me to talk about it, I definitely can share that. But this is for sure that the new exam is going to be way more comprehensive, way more demanding than the version we have right now. And if you have made up your mind to go for it, don't delay. Just go for it. Still, you have time. So if you start today, and you target for the next 2 to 3 months, you can easily achieve it before the format changes on 9th of July. If you are going to delay it, and then of course, you still can go for it, but with a new format. And usually it happens that when the PMI exams update with this type of format change, then usually in the initial few months, then uncertainty is pretty high with respect to exam, the score cards and the passing ratio and all. So if that choice is yours, you would like to go with like a more certain format, which is the current one, because this format has been there in market since January 2021. So it's a pretty stable one, and the resources are, readily available in the market, which are proven as well, including arts. So this is your call to make. I really had to talk about it because as we are creating awareness for PMP and the right way of going about it, so we definitely should talk about this thing as well. That if you want to go for PMP and you have made up your mind, the right time is now. If you are going to delay it by 1 or 2 more months, then most likely you would be pretty much on the edge, and the chances of not making it through are going to be high, right? Okay, so Rabia, we are not going to take the audience questions. I'm seeing a couple of questions in the chat area, and if anybody would like to share their queries with us, you can just unmute and ask your question directly. But let's first talk about those which are already there in the comment area. So I'm seeing a question from Noman. Many congratulations, Rabia, for this wonderful achievement. I would like to know, what did your study routine per day look like? Tuba recommended 2 mock exams in 10 days with review. What else did you study on a day-to-day basis? Were you reviewing slides, PMBOK, etc.? It's a good question. Yeah, we didn't actually cover it.
Thank you, Naman. Thank you very much. Yes, I used to solve 2 mocks in 10 days and reviewed them the same way that Tooba is telling you to do that. But I used to revise. When I solved the questions, the practice tests, I never looked back or reviewed them like, okay, this is what I have done and this is wrong or this is right. I actually revise that particular test again while reviewing it. So I'm not reviewing it for the sake of review, like open that question and check, okay, it's A, okay, A, and it's wrong, it's right, it's B. No, I used to, read that question again. I used to solve it in my mind again. Even if I have done it wrong, I used to revise those questions again, like I am doing the test for the very first time. This um, this I was doing it because I do not want to waste my time on understanding the question while actually prepare solving those exams in my questions in exam. So it really helped me. And the live training sessions that I have attended, if I is stuck somewhere and I want to revise that concept, I used to go back and check those links, those slides, and check that concept, revise that concept, and then I used to come back and solve those questions again. So that's my routine and I followed it.
And yes,
So it might be helpful for you.
Rabia actually religiously followed this plan of doing one mock in 4 to 5 days. And this way, so I gave her a target that, see, there are 8 mocks straight away. You have 40 days. And she actually had 40 days. So we actually were targeting like a day for the exam between 10 to 14. And we were having this conversation like somewhere by the end of December, I think, in the last 10 days of December. So I told her that, see, we actually have this much time, 40 days. If you could achieve it in like one mock, 5 days, only then you will be able to get there. If you could commit to this, fine. If you can't commit to this, then most likely this is going to be a risky decision. So she actually committed to that and she followed this plan. So, and this is recommended as well, again, to keep it engaging, and to keep it like, to keep yourself motivated on this journey. You should not be dragging the study process. You should keep it like concise and should be working for you at the end of the day. So 5 days, I would say 3 to 4 days is also a good idea, but maximum 5 days uh, with your job, family, and other priorities should be good, right? And yes, PMBOK review is recommended. If you would like to go for it, you can go for it. But to be honest with you, our study plan and material has been devised in a way that whichever references were important, we have already done that work on our part. So rather you spend time on the reviewing of the book, you actually focus on the mocks, right? Because mocks have everything in the answer explanation with the right references already. So rather you read the book like in an order, or I would say in a by book manner, religiously. Connect those references to the book. That would be more helpful. Rather you just read the book page by page, right? Uh, Again, it's the same thing that we have been saying since the start of the session, that mock practice in the right way is actually going to be very helpful, especially when you are focused on exam preparation. Exam preparation is actually done with the mocks and are understanding why right answer is right and why wrong answer is wrong. Right? Both aspects are important while doing the mock practice. Okay, I'm seeing a note from Najabat. Congratulations, Rabia, on achieving all 3 above targets. Truly impressive. I wanted to ask, during your exam, especially when the answer choices felt very close, which is going to be the case almost in every question, what kind of PMI aligned mindset helped you stay clear and confident in your decisions? For example, thinking in terms of not rushing to fire replace someone, not escalating too quickly, or first assessing the situation and resolving it collaboratively within the team. Would you like to share the rule mindset that we can use confidently in our exam? I mean, any strategies with respect to eliminating the outliers and actually narrowing down to at least two options? What strategies did you go for?
There were situations. I also faced such situations when two options were very close, and I was like, okay, which one I have to choose? Which one is the best choice among these four? But then again, you need to follow the mindset, the principles that Tuba has taught us, and even we have discussed in our live training sessions, that we need to analyze the situation first. You need to assess this, so don't jump to the conclusion. So when you want to jump to the conclusion, and when you want to do that, then the situation comes, and you will get you are going to mark the wrong answer. So read your questions thoroughly. It's very important. It's very, very important to understand the question well, because there are key terminologies in it, that and it's right in front of you. Sometimes you are like, okay, what should I do now? Both options are looking like that, both answers are right, but there is something in the question, and this is only possible to get the right answer when you are going to read the question properly. So these practice tests, these walks, are not only to solve them and get good grades. It's about to read the questions. You have to train yourself for this, and this is only you are going to get it through practice, 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 and practice, and it will make you perfect.
100%. And one other thing, I mean, at times I am asked this question as well. So I say that if I have to like just say it like in a few words, I would say root cause analysis. Root cause analysis is going to be very, very helpful in the exam. I mean, most of the questions out of 180, I can say like easily 140 to 150 questions can be solved with this technique. If you know the right strategy to go for root cause analysis, cause and effect diagram, which is also termed as Ishikawa diagram, the right way of knowing the reasons and eliminating the reasons, the right way of impact analysis, and then aligning your action step in accordance to the understanding of root causes. Most of the questions, be it from agile, be it from hybrid, be it from predictive, could be solved. So this is the most important tip for exam scenarios. Those who understand, they pass the exam. Those who don't understand, they would jump to the conclusion. They would not help it, because this happens in the real world a lot, that we have this habit of jumping to the conclusion, judging others, and not doing due diligence analysis, integrated analysis. I would also say not only the analysis but the integrated analysis. All of these different steps are actually covered in root cause analysis. So we do have like a whole step-by-step strategy for applying the root cause analysis the right way. And at least I always apply the root cause analysis while solving the question, and it helps. It helps in eliminating two option choices and in getting to the right choice between the two narrow down choices. Yes, Irfan, please ask your question. I'm seeing another question from Najabat, but we can take that after yours.
Assalamu alaikum. Madam Tuba, may I speak now?
Yeah, sure.
First of all, thank you very much for such a nice platform provided to us by you and your team. And I would like to congratulate Ms. Rabia also for having a wonderful, certification of PMP. Now, precise my question first. That should I reconsider sitting for PMP, because I appeared 2 times and I could not go through it.
Oh.
Now, I just give my a bit of my introduction. I am working as a program manager in a public sector organization, and in total I have 15 years of professional experience as a project manager. But unfortunately, I could not make through in 2 attempts. The reason is, first attempt, I could not even manage my time. 25 questions were left and I was failed. And in second attempt, I made it earlier, 20 minutes, but I failed again. And, I have, Alhamdulillah, I have a lot of experience with the multi-million projects in Pakistan. But I have made up my mind. I attempted last time in April 2025, the second attempt. And when I got failed, I could not make it. So I decided this is not my game. So I would go without PMP. So this is my, a decision whether it is in a hurry or whether it is a disheart from my side. But I need your kind suggestion and guidance that is it my right decision or should I go again for it? Because as per the the knowledge areas, the skills, the subject matter, everything was fine according to me. It was my perception about me that I will qualify. But when second time I got failed, I could not make it. So it was a very discomfort and heartfelt situation for me that how come this happened, that with a lot of experience and with a lot of studying like PMI mindset as you and Madam Rabia is also saying, but I came to a conclusion that I should not do it again, and I need your guidance that should I do it again or not.
Ravi, do you want to say anything before I say I share my perspective?
Um,
Yeah.
Irfan, thank you so much. First of all, I would like to say, and you have a lot of experience in the industry, as you have already talked about that you have, uh, handled a lot of projects. Sometimes when you, this is my perception. I don't know, maybe you will agree with me or not. When you are running, handling projects, and you are doing this on a regular basis, and you are doing everything that we, studied during this PMP journey. So a mindset is going to be created, and you are going to attempt the questions with that typical mindset that we have, that that how we handle situation in the real life, and what I did in the past, and okay, that situation came. So sometimes this kind of thing happens when you are solving those questions. So, according to PMI mindset, the code of ethics, the principles, if you are following them religiously, if you are following them, I guess, I must say, if you are actually, follow that PMI ethics and PMI mindset, then there is no way that you cannot achieve it. This is what I want to say. And now over to you, Tuba. You can talk regarding this thing even better.
Yes, Arfan, first of all, I, of course, am upset to hear this. And I can totally, I mean, I can't relate to this, but I can understand your pain because I have been to this situation where delegates come to me and they say that, Tuba, we have passed, we have failed this credential not only once, but twice. And I have been to those as well who have failed it twice as well. And they had to like wait for the complete year to reapply and to go about it. So I can understand that how disturbing and upsetting it should be. However, at least to me, giving up is never a choice. At least as a person, I'm not of that type of individual who gives up in no matter how hard the situation is. So, no, I do not recommend you to give up. I would rather recommend to change your strategy. Maybe change the way you have been applying and trying. You need to re-strategize it, right? I would not say that. Altogether dropping is going to be an idea. Maybe you, again, it's the same thing. Do the root cause analysis. Try to understand that what actually did not work for you, right? What were the causes? When you understand the causes, you automatically will understand that what's going to be the right way of making it work for you. Of course, this is not the platform to talk about it, but I have shared my LinkedIn with you. I can share my number with you. It's already all shared on the chat. It's there in the comment area. Just reach out to me. I know that there is definitely going to be a way. I'm sure about it. It's just that we need to find a way together, right? But of course, you should be going about it, especially if you have extensive area in this field. What's the reason of not going about it? It's just that do something different that most likely will work for you, right? I'm not sure if you had a trainer or a provider with you to help you guide the right direction earlier. Uh, but
Yeah.
yes, please.
Yes, I would like to contribute a bit more. that, the trainer was PMI Islamabad chapter president.
Okay.
Okay. I will not mention the name, but president of Islamabad PMI chapter.
I already
You
know the
better know
name,
that.
but I understand. Yes.
And I got also another, some online courses also from the very famous in market Ramdayal, and the
Right.
also this one, the mock exams also. I also did my 2 3 mock exams. But you know what, it is right that even I also come from a bit of military schooling, so I don't let it go this way. But the level of stress which made me to think that no, this is not gonna happen. So that's why I was a bit disappointed that after such a hectic schedule of studying in this age, and in with this job rotations and something like that. So that's why I was a bit distracted. And till April 2025, still I have not even touched my books. I've left everything.
No worries.
So I will be in touch with you soon
Yes,
also, inshallah.
you connect with me.
So that,
I will understand the use case in a better way. Like I said, I would like to do root cause with you, and then I can suggest you something in a better capacity. As of now,
thank you, thank you.
I can only suggest that don't let it go. Right, try it out. Right, you still have
Okay,
one
thank you.
chance, and try it out.
Yes, and
Thank
I
you
would
very much.
like to add here, hard work pays off. So
Yes.
there is no need to be disappointed and feel like that I cannot achieve it. You can achieve it, and you will definitely going to do it.
Inshallah. Hard work with the right strategy pays off, actually. Hard work in the wrong direction doesn't pay off.
Yes,
Ma'am,
so that's true.
Yes.
okay, let's take it this way. Thank you very much.
Okay, so sorry about this, guys. We should be wrapping up now. So there's one more question by Najabat. Let's talk about it and can conclude the session. So Najabat is asking that would you like to share your experience? So Rabia, this is a question for you. Would you like to share your experience on how to maximize the confidence and minimize the lengthy PMP exam stress? Like one of the strategy you mentioned is going through 2 mock exams to maximize the confidence. 2 mock exams to maximize the confidence. Okay, I think there's some misunderstanding. And any other tips and tricks for PMP aspirants? 2 mock exams per 10 days that we talked about, but in totality, at least 8 to 10 months. But yes, Rabia, this is your call.
You will get the confidence when you have prepared well. So if you are preparing for the exam and you are putting your effort in the right direction, you are preparing it, and you are preparing it well enough that when you enter the examination room, then you will have the confidence. Automatically you will feel the confidence that I know I have done this so far, I have practiced it a lot, and I will achieve it. So this is how you will get the confidence, with hard work, with consistency, with you need to stay calm, and your composure matters when you enter, and this all comes with the preparation. So you have to prepare for this exam, you have to study, and this is how you are going to achieve it. There is no shortcut to this PMP certification. All you need is to do hard work. That's
This
the
is
only
this is
thing
true.
that we have to do.
There is no shortcut to success. Like any type of success that you are aspiring in your life, if you want to go about the short way, most likely the success is also going to stay for a short span of time, right? So if you want to make it long term, you need to work. Like I said, work hard with the right, action steps, with the right strategic direction. If you don't have that direction by yourself, maybe contact someone who could help you with that. If you think that you can devise your plan and make your way in the right direction by yourself, that's totally fine. Also, one other thing is that Najaba, this is for you as well as for everyone who is listening to this and they are actually actively preparing for the exam. That mock exams, especially spending time in the mock exam, is going to be very, very helpful. So most of the time people would like to go about, the short way, like maybe doing only a couple of questions and 1 to 2 tests. And I mean, they do not want to spend that much time, and they compare this uh, expectation with the other providers by saying that, but that provider is only providing 400 questions and they are guaranteeing success with 400 questions. So why you are asking us to go about 1100, 1200 questions? I mean, this is going to be a lot of work. We don't have that much time. I mean, if you don't have that much time to spend on your own betterment, your professional growth, and your I would say success, long-term success, then again the call is yours. But 400 questions may help you pass the exam, but will not help you learning the PMI mindset the right way, right? Because later on you need to apply that as well in the interviews, in the job, in the projects, in different meetings, different situations, conflicts, scenarios, in your real life projects as well. And there, if your colleague say that you are PMP certified, and being a PMP certified, we expect this from you, then what are you going to do? Your credibility would be at stake. Which is exactly the definition of long-term success for me. That if you are going to, this is an investment, a time investment as well. If you are going to spend time today, you are going to see the results. Maybe not right away, but in a more sustainable manner. So thank you very much, guys. I hope Najabat, I've answered your questions, and Rabia, thank you so much for taking out time and to to do this insightful conversation. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I hope our audience also enjoyed it, and those who are going to listen to this recording later on, they definitely are going to find it helpful. Thank you so much, Rabia, for your time. Thank you so much, participants, for your time. Guys, I will be back very soon with the new PMP story, inshallah. If you want to enroll with us, I've shared the communication channels in the comment area. Do reach out to us, and we will definitely, together, we are going to find a way to make it work for you. Good night.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Good
Thank
night,
you so
everyone.
much.
Allah Hafiz.
Allah Hafiz.